how's it been getting to work with the offense, facing up some Josh Allen guys to the right left of you?
It's been a lot of fun. I think that's kind of been my favorite part. Is it's fun out there, running around playing football, and then just the offense making a lot more sense. And then it is valuable getting those reps with Josh and just kind of get on the same page with him.
What's been the more challenging part of the physical or the mental part?
I think it's a combination of both. I mean, obviously we haven't put pads on yet. That's gonna, up the physicality, but the mental side of things is probably the biggest focus right now. Just knowing, the whole playbook and the adjustments and changes we make, and just, Josh is very crafty out there. So any changes he makes, post snap, being ready for it.
Sean said the other day there's two kinds of players at camp, guys who are trying to get ready for the season and guys who are trying to survive each day. Where do you see yourself in that, of those two things, if in either one?
I think the biggest focus is just getting ready for the season, and that comes with just, knowing the playbook more, being physically ready to do it. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just getting ready for the season.
Pad's going to come on tomorrow. You're going to take your first professional hit. How much have you been looking forward to that, and what are your expectations?
I'm expecting a welcome to the NFL moment. I don't know when it'll be. Could be in practice, could be in a game, but it'll come.
You mentioned, obviously, the playbook and everything is the biggest thing, but just being out in front of the fans, having that taste of, this is my job now, they're so fun. What has that been like for you?
That's been awesome. At Utah, we didn't have any fans at the game, no media even. San Diego, our games probably didn't have this many fans at it, so it's a big change, but it's a lot of fun, and just interacting with Bills Mafia after signing autographs, just talking to a bunch of people. It's a pretty cool experience.
How much of a sense do you have on how many people or specifically, it's 90 guys out there, but how many are specifically focusing on you as being the team's first round pick?
I don't know. I don't really look at it like that. I think any rookie coming in, I kind of see myself as just a rookie, regardless of how you got here. That's, your role as you're a rookie. So just kind of accepting that, and, not getting too high, not getting too low.
Dawson's been really high on you from the moment you came in. How much has that, it doesn't always go that way, how much has that helped you?
It's been awesome. The whole tight end room is very welcoming and great people. So very blessed to be in a room and have good people in the room, because, talking to other rookie tight ends that I know, and just kind of, you hear stories throughout the league, but it's very, very nice being in a room with good people.
Dawson said you do a pretty good job with the espresso. Is that got his coffee ordered down by now?
Yeah, some days he'll need it, and it'll be there for him.
What did you do today with the electricity out?
It went out just right before practice, so we were already in there kind of just getting ready, so.
You're taking care of the coffee already?
Yeah, the coffee was already in the system at that point.
Dalton, you said you're starting to get a better hang of this offense. What has helped you understand it better, feel more comfortable in it now that you guys are in training?
I think just a lot of study. Coach Boris does a great job of teaching, so that's been very, very helpful too. He's passionate about teaching, and he does a really good job of, finding creative ways for us to learn it. And then having a vet in the room like Dawson, Q, and Reggie is super helpful as well. So they're always there if you have any questions, when we're not in the meeting.
Dawson talked about the challenge for defenses to guard two tight ends on the same field at once. From your perspective, how do you envision that playing out, just for defenses to guard both you and Dawson out there?
From college, we had a little bit of experience because we were probably the most ran 12 and 13 personnel team in the country. Obviously, the NFL is a different league, so it'll probably take some getting used to just with games and just getting that feel for it. But having two tight ends out there is one of my favorite things, because you got another guy in your room out there with you, because it's usually just one tight end on the field. And then, obviously, the weapons we have everywhere else just makes it super helpful.
How much did you talk about how often y'all use 12 personnel in college when you were talking to the Bills, like pre-draft and stuff like that? Did that come up a lot?
Not that I can remember, kind of particularly. But yeah, not that I can remember.
When it comes to your relationship with Dawson, how much was it a concerted effort on your part to build a bond with him this early, and how much of it was just simply organic and your personalities meshing?
I want to say it was kind of more organic. Obviously, we spent a lot more time together just because we're in the same position group. But Dawson's an awesome person, fun to be around, on the field, off the field. So I feel like it kind of just happened natural.
What are some of the things that you two have in common that's kind of spurred that relationship along?
I don't know. He's just a good guy, like, period. I think for the most part, tight ends are kind of similar personalities and just, come from similar, like, athletic backgrounds. But Dawson's just a good person, so it's kind of hard not to like him.
Everybody's tried to define who you are coming into the league, what you play. Even the team talks sometimes about 11 and a half personnel and all. Do you see yourself any differently than the regular tight end playing in this league?
Not really. It's just whatever's asked me, I'm going to go out there and do it to the best of my ability. So whether that's blocking, running routes, doing stuff for the love of the game, it's just whatever's asked me, I'm going to go out there and do it.
Dalton, you and Josh have connected on a few plays where it looks like the connection is pretty strong there, and it looks like it's easy for you too. What does Josh do to make it easy for a tight end like yourself?
I mean, I think it helps. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, so it makes my job a lot easier. I just got to catch the ball and be in the right spot for him. But he's very creative and crafty in the things he does, and it just kind of makes everyone else's job a little easier.
Is there a difference to how you're approaching your first season in the NFL to how you approached your seasons in college?
Yeah, I think a lot more time spent on my body and being prepared for it. I don't have to worry about classes and tests and quizzes now, so that's nice. I can spend a lot more time in the playbook and in the training room, so very glad I don't have to take classes anymore.
Pass blocking is expected to be maybe asked of you a bit more. What's your comfortability level with that at this point, and thus far during camp, working with the coaches on that? How's that experience been?
It's been good. We've got some really good DNs who give good looks, and when Vaughn's back, he's probably gonna give a pretty good look too. But just trusting the technique that Coach Boris is teaching, and asking pointers from Dawson, Q, and Reggie in just terms of how they approach it and attack it.
Dalton, you talked about the more fans here than you had at some of your games and practices. Has there been any other wow moments like this is the NFL compared to that you've had so far at training camp?
Not yet. I mean, it's just out there playing football. We're playing a kid sport, so I think it's just pretty cool that it's my job now. So I don't really see it as work. So it's just out there playing football. But obviously, there's a lot more that goes into it now.
Did you get gummy busters too, or just the ropes?
Just the ropes today, but it was shut down a little short, so I didn't get signed as much as I wanted to today.
Dalton, when you were at school, did you have any pre-game rituals or any weird superstitions like that?
Not really. Before we'd stretch, I'd run out there and run a lap, and that was about it. Just kind of take it in. That was the biggest thing. Just take it in for a moment, spend 15 seconds, take it in the moment, and then playing football.